I bought this house. It was built in 1850, the original house. Here behind me is where the addition's gonna be going on, but I'm gonna get started with the demo process over here in the living room, what was formerly the living room, and just see where it takes me. One thing for sure, this stuff is, man, it is tedious as all get out. But I want it off. So there's only one way, is to keep going. Maybe I was doing it the hard way. Man, these masks are good, but I feel like I can't get enough oxygen. Before I go any further, I'm going to work on getting the top stuff off first, because I'm realizing I can't get a ladder in there. But yeah, that's way easier with that crowbar. Sometimes you just got to get into it and figure stuff out. Dang! They nailed that really, really good. Well, I'm having a little bit of a hard time deciding how far I want to take the demo part. I'd like to try to keep some of the original house or stuff that they added on, just to try to preserve some of the original house. But the problem I'm running into is right here. So if I want to take my lath and plaster off, all of this has to come off, the trim. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do yet with that, because it has to come off. So originally I was wanting to keep all of this, and I may still be able to do that and just restain it or something, but I definitely have to open this up so that I can get to the lath and plaster. I don't know, I find myself a lot on projects like this, just talking to myself and trying to figure it out, you know? You just get into stuff and you don't have no idea what you're gonna find. And so, like this, sometimes you just gotta get into a project and start demoing and you have no idea what you're gonna find. I may have to take more off of the original house than I was planning on, as far as the old beams and stuff. I don't know that I have a choice, because I want the house to be airtight. I want it to be done right. Ah, nice. There is some insulation there. Oh boy. Here's another reason I'm taking everything apart. These connections, I don't know if you can see that, these wire connections right here. That is not good at all. I mean, obviously it's worked all these years, so I'm not knocking anybody for doing it, but I sure as heck don't want that in my house, so. Well, I think I'm gonna have to do some reframing. This is not what I was expecting to find in here. That is usually how it goes. Anything can be fixed. There is a very real part of me that just wants to take off this ceiling as much as we wanted to keep it. I just want to tear it all down, but I don't want to do it without first talking to Caitlin. I guess I'm just going to leave it for now. So I'm thinking I may go into the master bedroom and start demoing that. All lath and plaster. Fun stuff, man, fun stuff. Well, that is as far as I am going to get tonight. It's about 5 o'clock and I got to get ready to go get some milk. We buy milk straight from a dairy farm, so we try to be there at a certain time every night, and it's about a 30-minute drive from here. Sunday evening shenanigans. We're just doing a little bit of cleanup over here.
You want to help me? Okay, on 3 we're going to throw it in. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Woo! Yeah, bud. You want to help pick the stuff that comes out of them?
Yeah, why do they have...
What?
I didn't know it is.
It's too heavy.
Guys, I hear them somewhere. Right in that wall. So I came in here today. Yeah, that's the first thing I heard. There's a whole bunch of scampering going on. And they're up in there. I may actually go up there and tear that out first. So since this was the wall I heard them in, that's the first one I'm going to tear into. I'm just going to knock around on it and see what I find. I heard them up in the ceiling just now. They're probably freaking out right about now. Wow. That is a big old piece of wood right here. Dang. This legit looks like a tree that was cut. Look at that. I have a feeling I'm going to find a lot more interesting stuff in here. I should probably put on a mask. The dust is moving out, but very slowly. I'm going to go get a fan. Yeah, buddy. I personally have never been in a house this old, to be completely honest. Seeing these old beams, it's just wild to me. Like, I mean, just super thick. Anyway, I'm gonna take that thing off. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep yapping. All right, so this is the finished, I should say torn up room now, and a lot of junk. So I think the easiest way is just gonna be going right out that window. First thing I need to do is unload the trailer. Hi chickens, what you guys doing? Yeah, you better skedaddle. So yeah, I wanna get this stuff off first. I'll just put it right there in that little lean-to for now. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it. I think this is where I call it a night. I'm really happy. I was not expecting to get this thing torn apart and out on the trailer. If I do room by room, I think it'll go better for me, just mentally, because of how much lath and plaster's in here. I'm happy that we're here, that this is happening and getting torn apart. Got a long way to go. It's exciting. Well, this is the next day now. This is what it looks like in here. It is mostly torn out, except right back here. I can't find my hammer on my flat bar. And I think I laid it down somewhere right here, which there was a bunch of stuff from the ceiling right there. I have a feeling that it may be on the trailer somewhere. I am not gonna go digging through that insulation. I looked a little bit around the top. I can't find it. I'm so disappointed in myself. I don't know how I did that. I'm not sure how I didn't feel it or see it, you know, when I was scooping up, because it's not like the shovels were always completely full. Not saving any of this stuff. There we go. Very nice. This actually made it really nice being able to just throw straight out of the window here. Get on out of there. I honestly really didn't want to have to demo these closets, but the more I thought about it, I decided to just do it and get it over with. separating the metal because I'm going to have a ton of metal, wire and copper. I'm going to separate it out, and instead of having to pay to dump, I'm going to get paid to dump it. Won't get rich, but it's better than paying. The rest I'm going to leave because I don't have my mask on me, and that's going to be a gigantic mess. Where's the pot of gold? Wouldn't that just be amazing? I'm going to call that good for now. We're going to go down and load up. Oh man, that can't be good for my nose. All right, to the dump.